Naa na kita sa second part sa factoring perfect square trinomial, and we will be discussing about the leading coefficient not equal to 1, both positive and negative middle terms. Okay, so without much ado, let us begin. We are tasked to factor 16y squared plus 40y plus 25. Now, we know that the leading coefficient is 16 and this is not equal to 1, no? So, same as the previous steps, we will be asked to identify whether the first term ax squared is a perfect square, no? So, by the way, a here is 16, b is 40, and c, the pure constant, is 25. Now, let us examine if 16 is a perfect square. No doubt, y squared is already a perfect square, okay? Naka-square na daan. But how about the numerical coefficient, 16? So, we can see 16, the number 16 as a perfect square because once we factor 16, there are two numbers, no? Possible two numbers nga pwede nato ma-multiply. 2 times 8 or 4 times 4, including 3 di ay, no? 1 times 16. So, ang ikaduha nga 4 times 4 is actually a perfect square. So, therefore, answering the step number 1, knowing whether ax squared, 16y squared, is a perfect square, indeed, the answer is yes. So, we can rewrite this one as 16y squared equal to 4y times 4y. Second step, identify if the last term c, which is positive 25, is also a perfect square. No? So 25. Now 25 is also a perfect square because we have 5 squared, which is equals to 5 times 5. Or we could rewrite 25 into negative 5 squared, negative 5 quantity squared, which is equals to negative 5 times negative 5. Now again, the negative side and the positive side will both as give 25. However, since the middle term is already a positive, no? Positive naman eh. So, we will not be taking anymore this one. But instead, we will take the positive 1. Positive 5. Nga naman, let us check step number 3, no? Ningon there is step number 3 that the middle term must be equal to the twice kaduhaon, no? Ang gimultiply ko ikaduhaon ang gimultiply nga factor ni a x squared ug ni c. Okay? So since positive ni, dili ta pwede mo kuha direct negative 5 kay positive times negative 5, the answer will be negative. So ang ato ra gid pilion are both positive, 4y and positive 5. Now, if our answer is yes in steps 1 to 3, meaning to say step 1 ang ato tubag ani perfect square ba si x squared? Yes. Step 2, perfect square ba gyapon si c? Yes. And step 3, ang product ba ni ax squared, factors ni ax squared ug ni c, kung dublihon mo equal ba sa b? If steps 1 to 3 will be yes, therefore we are now ready to answer or write step 4, no? Balik, no? 40y is equals to twice 2 times 4y times 5. So 2 times 4 is 8y, and then 8y times 5 is 40y. So wala na. Kung ang answer diri sa step 1 to 3, yes tanan, automatic at step 4 nga we will be rewriting, no? So this time dili x ato gigamit, no, nga variable but y, no? So ang ato ang basis ani is kung unsay nauna diri suwat mo pa ato isuwat diri sa step 4. So 4y and plus 5. So kini nga pares 4y plus 5, and then the next one is 4y plus 5. The quantity of 4y plus 5 times another quantity of 4y plus 5, or 4y plus 5 quantity squared. Now, to answer finally the question factor 16y squared plus 40y plus 25, the answer will be the quantity of 4y plus 5 plus the quantity of 4y plus 5 or 4y plus 5 quantity squared. So, mao na siya. Now, next, for our next example, leading coefficient not equal to 1 but this time a negative ang middle term. So, step 1, we identify whether 9x squared is a perfect square. So, 9 is a perfect square, likewise ang x squared. So, this can be written as 9x squared which is equals to 3x times 3x. Step 2, 64. C is 64. 64 is indeed a perfect square that is equals to 8 squared equal to 8 times 8. And also negative 8 squared which is equals to negative 8 times negative 8. Now for step 3, the middle term negative 48x must be equal to the twice. Twice of what? 3x. 2 times 3x which is 6x. Positive 6x. So para ma-negative ni, so we need to take negative 8, not the positive 1. So indeed, 6x times negative 8, the answer is negative 48. So steps 1 to 3, we can answer based ani ato gipakita diri nga yes na tanan. Now we are now ready for step 4. So whatever variables that we are using, no, mara neto una isuwat diri 3x. Then minus 8. So kining una 3x minus 8 and another quantity of 3x minus 8 or 3x minus 8 quantity squared. So therefore the answer of this task, factor 9x squared minus 48x plus 64, is equals to the quantity of 3x minus 8 times the quantity of 3x minus 8 or simply 3x minus 8 quantity squared. So that would be all, no, for the leading coefficient not equal to 1. So far, there, wala na bag-o. Nothing has changed with regard to the steps in factoring perfect square trinomial. So I hope you learn from the simple steps, no, step by step. And if not, please watch the video once again. Thank you and God bless.